And this is just a deleted scene or image.
For what?
And it's cool that they're showing us an image of a deleted scene, but I want to see the fucking scene, assholes. It's like
Yeah,
fucking,
we don't want to see the fucking picture. We want to see the whole thing.
it's like showing me half a boob. You know?
Or no, under boob. Like
Under boob, not even the nipple. Not even the nipple. All right, we're back. Today is February the 3rd, Wednesday. What's up, Kiki?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm all right, I guess. Like, it's just another fucking day. I'm dreading the next 2 days for me. Like I said, y'all, we're doing things a little different. We'll be back to the normal format next week, where we'll wait till the end of the week and report all the news that happened. Because sometimes there isn't shit. Like the day yesterday, there wasn't jack shit to report on, so we didn't make a fucking video. And it was basically a bunch of outlets just rewording the same news from Monday with a different title just for clickbaits. And that kind of shit pisses me off. And we don't do that shit. So I'd rather just wait till the end of the week, get all the news, and then fucking talk about it. That's what we do. But anyways, this week is a little different. We may make another video on Sunday about WandaVision. We're still debating, but we'll eventually get to that. So let's get this show on the road, huh? All right. First off, Netflix. It has been reported that Netflix was working on a Legend of Zelda and Star Fox animated series. Now, the key word here is was.
Yeah.
They're not doing it anymore. And you want to know why? It's because somebody who was working at Netflix got on the internet or on Twitter probably and fucking spilled the beans saying, oh, Netflix has a Zelda series. We're going to work on a Zelda series. And Nintendo's one of those companies that they don't fuck around. Yeah. Okay, they're professional as fuck. Okay, they'll delay a system a year or two. They'll delay a game 2 years because if they don't like it, fuck, they'll stop canceling. They'll all of a sudden, the Metroid game, the new Metroid game, we heard about it 2 or 3 years ago. Didn't hear about it now. They got rid of the studio that was working on it and they got a new studio because they weren't fucking happy with it. Nintendo doesn't fuck around. They are about quality. And what pissed them off, the rumor was that this fucking employee spilled the beans. And they're all about, like, if we're going to present something, it's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be like, bam, in your face. And they were mad about it. And they canceled the fucking Zelda and Star Fox animated series, apparently.
That's crazy.
What do you think about it?
So, I remember hearing about this. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be not solidify. Honestly, I think that Nintendo was going to do the same thing that you just said. So,
I thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to be live action. I thought it was going to be live action Zelda, but now they're saying it was supposed to be an animated series. But I was hopeful, man, because I've always wanted to see Zelda live action. But, I've always been worried because Zelda is something that me, personally, I hold dear in my heart. I've played the game since I was a little kid. Every single fucking game. Except for the one on GameCube. I ain't playing that bullshit. But everything else, I fucking played. Especially this last new one. And at the same time, I'm worried that they could fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like, for instance...
Well, how... what were you going to say? Which one?
Well, for instance, I mean, like, Link doesn't speak... No one has ever heard Link's voice except his yell or his hiya, whatever. But no one's really heard his voice. So it would be brand new to everybody, and it would have to be the perfect fucking voice. Because if you don't pick the right voice, everyone's gonna be like, I don't like the way Link sounds. He was better as a mute.
It had to be like an up and coming actor, kind of like what they did with Spider-Man.
He's gonna have a good voice.
Yeah, he like that character was a perfect fit for Spider-Man, and like you have to get someone who's perfect for that character as well. But I'm gonna get you on this one. There was an animated series already back in the 90s at the the 90s. But it had nothing to do with the video game, basically.
Yeah, it was weird. Link had a little pouch, and he will put out his little items, and they would turn big all of a sudden. I didn't like it. I fucking hated it.
I barely remember it.
it used to come out on the stupid Mario Brothers
Yeah, the
live
Super Mario
action
Brothers
TV
short.
show. It was a TV
Yeah,
show. It would come out and then they would have cartoons, and sometimes the cartoon was Mario Brothers and sometimes it
yeah,
was Legend of Zelda. It wasn't good.
yeah. But
Start.
which, by the way, funny thing, the actor who played Mario was a wrestler. I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah, wasn't he that Captain? Fuck, I don't even remember.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna put him
It's
down here, so
yeah,
no
yeah. It's
worries.
gonna be
Yeah,
there.
it'll be there. Or at least some guy who looks like him. I don't know if it's true. Star Fox would have been nice to see.
Star Fox would have been a fucking crazy one. Uh, we don't know. Well, we don't know much because I don't think there's ever been a comic book about Star Fox, has it?
It's just a video game, and
It's just a video game,
the
yeah.
video game tells you the story, dude, and that's fucking sick. I mean,
Yeah.
Star Fox 64 was one of the best games I've ever played, and the story kept me going, dude. Even though you're just flying a fucking triangular fucking airplane the whole fucking game,
Yeah.
uh, the story kept me going, dude. It was cool seeing Fox McCloud and it's actually really dark because if you see the design of Star Fox, his from the knees down, his legs are made out of metal, like they're robot legs.
Mhm.
And there's an explanation somewhere on the internet, and this is actually true, canon in the Star Fox universe. But the reason he has robot legs is because since they're always on those airplanes and they're flying through space and they go into the atmosphere, so this little airplanes that they fucking fly around in, these spaceships, they're really fast in G-force, and
Mhm.
your body can't handle it. And so the only way
That's true.
that they could handle the G-force of flying in space and in atmospheres with the same craft was to they from the knees down they amputated their legs, and they have metal legs, robot legs, and that's why they're able to be starfighters. I was just like, holy shit, that's fucking crazy, Miyamoto. What the
Yeah.
hell
Yeah. No,
is?
actually, that's very fucking smart. That is very true. 100% true. The people that fly all these bomber fucking like planes and fighter jets, they all have to wear G suits, and those pressurize your legs so that the blood doesn't go all down to your feet. You're gonna fucking pass out because all your blood is coming down to your feet. So that's really smart. I didn't know that actually. I didn't know that part about Star Fox. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's fucking nuts, dude. And you know, since we're on the topic of Netflix and animated series, something that is gonna happen, and I believe it was announced today, they're gonna have a Sonic the Hedgehog, fucking animated series. It's gonna be called Sonic Prime, and it's gonna have all the characters, Sonic, you know, Tails and Knuckles. What do you think about that? And this is gonna come out in fucking 2022.
Oh, that's pretty early.
Yeah,
So
so
I
next
mean,
year.
if you compare all the other shows that we follow, uh,
It's probably going to be for
for,
kids. I mean, this isn't going to be something for us. It's going to be
oh,
for
okay, okay,
kids.
okay.
I'm
So it's gonna
sure.
be animated.
Yeah, it's animated. I'm sure it's going to be for kids.
Is it gonna be CGI or 2D?
I don't know, man.
Okay,
I didn't read that much into it.
okay,
But it's coming.
that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see the movie. Did you see the movie?
Yes, you're
I
you're
didn't see the movie.
you're missing out. Look,
It's just I was never a Genesis kind of guy or a Sega guy.
this
I only had the Nintendo console.
dude, you don't have to be a Genesis guy. I mean, after Sega was no more, most of the Sonic games were coming out on the Switches or on the what was it called, the Wii's. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where they were coming out. But Sonic the Hedgehog is hot right now because of the movie. The movie did something not only great because it I guess was faithful to the character of Sonic and the things in the lore. Excuse me. But it did something, the fans caused something that was unprecedented, and I think it's going to set the stage for what studios are really going to pay attention to what we want, and they're going to stop doing
Mhm.
their bullshit, their fucking John Peters bullshit. They're going to stop letting people like Kathleen Kennedy and John Peters dictate the show. No, they're going to fucking listen to our ideas, they're going to watch our videos, they're going to listen to our theories, and they're going to fucking make the movies that we want to watch. Just you wait,
Mhm.
because it started with Sonic the Hedgehog. We got this horrible, horrible look at this fucking, you know, the first trailer. I mean, I was horrified. I was
It
like,
looked nothing like
that looks
Sonic.
like a little boy with blue hair sticking out of him. It fucking
He looked
scared.
creepy as fuck.
He was fucking scary. I mean, he was nowhere near to looking anything like Sonic. It was like it was a thing of nightmares. I wasn't gonna watch that fucking movie, and nobody was. And I'm glad the internet went crazy and talked shit and talked shit and talked shit. And the director and everyone else saw the reactions, and they were like, "We better fix this because no one is gonna watch this fucking movie if we don't." And
Yeah.
they paid, and they went back and they fixed the entire fucking movie that was done, the entire CGI, and fixed the goddamn character for
Yeah.
us.
Mind
Now,
you, they had fucking Jim Carrey in the movie.
yeah,
So that wasn't enough. They were like, no. We need
no.
to fix all this shit.
Because
Yeah.
they won't. They knew we
Yeah.
were not going to watch that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did that, and they showed the trailer where he actually, because I think it was like almost a half a year before they fucking made the new, brought it back, and we got the new movie. But when it happened, when I saw the trailer with the fixed Sonic, I said, you know what? Even if it's not good, I'm gonna go watch it because they spent money to fix it because we were bitching.
Yeah.
you know. And I went and watched it, dude. I fucking had fun. Yeah, it's a kids movie. It's a fucking movie for kids, but I fucking loved it. I mean, Sonic was I it was perfect for me. He was perfect. And that guy, Ralphio, John
Oh, he did the
Ralphio.
voice. That's
Yeah, he did
true.
the voice from Community. He did the voice for Sonic the Hedgehog. It's good, and they're gonna make a sequel, and they're looking for a famous actor for the voice of Knuckles. The rumor is Dwayne the Rock Johnson might be the voice of Knuckles. That
What?
is the rumor. Or he might just be in the movie because any movie with Dwayne is gonna make fucking money.
True. That's true.
Period. I
That's
mean,
true.
I've seen every movie, and I gotta tell you, some of those movies suck. But I've seen every movie he's in, and I know everyone does the same thing because he's in them.
Yeah, I'll
Sonic the
give it a shot.
Hedgehog Prime coming 2022, and probably when the time it comes out, there's gonna be Sonic the Hedgehog 2, dude.
So
The
they're
movie.
calling it Sonny the Hedgehog Prime
That's the show. Yeah,
on Netflix.
on Netflix.
I don't know what Amazon's gonna think about that because of Amazon Prime.
Well, I mean, you can put any word in front of Prime, and it's okay, or after. Like
I guess people are willing to pay prime prices for a PS5 nowadays, so I guess it's okay.
yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Anyways, uh, let's move on to some other news. Some fucking out of nowhere. Now, this is something that's actually been online for a while, but I just kind of want to talk about it. Because I ran into it again. It popped up on my feed, and I was just like, dude, like this is really good, and I think a lot of people should at least know about it. Um, Everyone has always wanted a fucking Superman game. And they still haven't given us a Superman game. We've had Batman games, and we've had fucking Superman in games like Injustice 2, but we don't actually have a standalone Superman game. We have shitty ones from old
Yeah,
consoles like the N64 Superman, which to me is
sucks so
the
much.
worst game ever made in the history of gaming existence. That game has to be Nintendo 64 Superman. It was a
Oh
piece of
my god.
shit. I mean, I remember my cousin bought it, and I was excited, because obviously, my parents were not gonna buy it for me, like back then your parents wouldn't buy you everything every fucking goddamn week something came out, especially if it
Mm-hmm.
cost $60. But anyways, my cousin got it and was excited, and I've told my mom, take me to my aunt's house. I want to hang out with my cousin. I went over there, and we turned it on, and the very first level was fucking shit. And we couldn't even beat the first level, dude. And we just
Yeah.
fucking turned it off and went back to playing Mario Kart. Uh, so we've never had a good
Superior
Superman
game
game.
against this one.
Yeah. This
Oh my
is
god.
being made by one Japanese nerd. And he decided to just start making his own game because he says, we're never going to get a Superman game. I'm making it. And obviously he's already come out and said he's not going to probably wear the suit like this guy, and he's not going to be named Superman when the game is finished because I'll get sued, but I'll make it available for people to play and shit, and in your head it really is a Superman game. this is great. One fucking person is doing something that a whole fucking, Rocksteady could never do, and other game studios and shit. Everyone should be embarrassed by this guy.
Yeah, I saw the footage. It looks pretty damn good. The physics of it look like you can have a lot of fun with this thing. It looks as though like it would be a kind of like a rampage kind of thing where you're just destroying the fucking city because
No, I mean, well, you
I mean
could,
it's
you
Superman.
could,
It's
you could, yeah,
Superman,
you
but
could destroy everything if you want.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But that would be fucking cool because basically if you're Superman, who doesn't want to fucking fuck shit up? Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You know, do all those things. But I guess
That's why there is no Jesus nowadays, because if he was born again, that son of a bitch would fucking destroy us all.
yeah. You guys are fucking everything up.
I know if I suddenly got powers, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you.
This is not what I taught you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he'd be pissed. So would
Yeah.
I. Anyways.
But yeah, they need to. I guess the only thing, because I saw the video footage, and it looks fucking good. I guess the only thing he needs is like a badass like enemy, so that he can fuck things up.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
when he's fighting in the air, it reminds me of the way the Dragon Ball Z games are
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
fight, So it's kind of cool. And I like the way he fucking slams down and shit. I
Hmm.
mean, this guy's talented as fuck. At the very least, someone should contact him and offer him a job somewhere, because look,
Yeah,
he's doing this by himself. There's fucking studios that have teams of people, and they haven't even made anything this good. Yeah. I mean, this game looks amazing, dude. It really does. I hope he finishes it, and I hope he puts it online for people to fucking play for free. And if he wants to charge $10 for a download, hey, good for him too. I'll fucking pay it to play this game. Fuck yeah, you know.
yeah,
Hopefully he ports it to consoles or something, or because it'll probably be for PC, I imagine. That's what everything is nowadays. Um,
yeah. The good games.
yeah, the good games. But anyways, we're gonna get another beer, and we'll be right back in a few minutes with some more DC movies. This is a jam-packed DC and Marvel show today. Y'all don't even know. So just stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Got another beer. Cheers, my friend.
Hey, cheers, man. Take big swing.
Big swig. So it was reported today that officially, the Justice League Snyder Cut is gonna be rated R.
Good. It's on HBO. I expected that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean we're gonna see Wonder Woman's tits and somebody's head getting cut off. We're not gonna see anything. We're not gonna see anything crazy like that. All right, like it's just gonna be, we might hear a couple bad words, but by some bad guys, and we might see a little bit more violent scenes. But for sure, you're gonna see blood, because that's the main reason films get R, turn into R. It's
Yeah,
the
language and violence.
the language. I mean, nowadays you can get away with stuff, dude. The violence, yeah, the violence and the blood, mainly the blood. We're gonna get a lot of blood. So yeah, it's gonna be fucking R, dude, and we're gonna talk more about, because there's a lot of Justice League stuff we're gonna talk about right now, the Snyder Cut, and you'll probably kind of start understanding why this fucking movie's gonna be R. And one of those reasons, I think, for sure, is going to be because Jared Leto's Joker is going to be in the fucking movie. And we actually got a tease by Zack Snyder of an image of Jared Leto in the movie as the Joker. You
Yep,
saw it. You've seen it.
I saw it.
It's creepy as fuck.
He looks creepier for sure. Because in the first one, like he looks very like slick. His hair is all slick to the back. He looked like one of those people that pretend they're in the 50s and shit. One of those greasers.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and on this one, he looks a little bit crazier. He has something on his face, like dark. Maybe it was an explosion or some shit. But he looks dirtier, grittier. He looks more scary. So,
I mean, it's
I'm
blurry, so we don't know
yeah,
exactly what he looks like, but it does look creepy.
yeah,
I think and remember, the Justice League movie takes place before the Suicide Squad movie. So the Joker we're seeing in the Suicide Squad it is the same Joker, but time has passed and now he looks like that. So he's gonna look different here.
Mm-hmm.
And the story behind the scenes of they were supposed to show supposedly in the David Ayer cut. They were supposed to show why the Joker looks the way he does in the Suicide Squad. Because everybody was like, why he's got tattoos? Why has he got a grill and metal teeth? And he's got tattoos damaged and shit. He's being a fucking idiot. And so uh, David Ayer supposedly was going to explain it. And the explanation was going to be that when the Joker killed the first Robin, which was Jason Todd, Jared Leto's Joker in this universe killed this universe Jason Todd. We've seen the Robin's fucking outfit in Justice League. When Batman is in the Batcave, you see Robin's outfit, and it just says "ha ha ha" because the Joker fucking killed him. And the Joker in that universe is Jared Leto. And so David Ayer was going to explain that when he did that, and he went to jail, that Batman fucking flipped the fuck out because he just killed his Robin. And Batman beat the shit out of him to the point that he broke all of his teeth off. And so the Joker didn't look the same afterwards. And so because he didn't have any teeth, the Joker got metal teeth. You know, they're fake and they're fake. And because, Batman broke him, he wanted to be even more, and he put damaged, and he got all these tattoos, and it was like an evolution. Batman broke me, and I'm no longer this Joker. Now I'm broken, and out of the brokenness comes a new Joker. And
Interesting.
that's what David Ayer was going to explain. But I guess they told him to make the movie short or something. Um, so this Joker we're gonna see is gonna be Jared Leto's Joker, but in reality, he's a little different because, like he said, it's a transformation. When Batman beat the shit out of him, the Joker transformed into the new Joker. It was a transformation. Like he just went through something traumatic in his life. Batman almost killed him, basically. Something that he thought he wouldn't fucking do. Batman
Yeah.
almost killed out of anger. Um, Will we see that in this movie? Is that why this is rated R?
Probably. See, that's funny that you mentioned that because I never heard of that before. I thought, and I don't know if I made it up in my head or maybe I read it somewhere, that the Joker was just wearing a grill and tattoos because of how people nowadays, all these rappers out there, they have tattoos all over their fucking body and wear grills and have weird fucking like colored hair. He was simulating that.
Yeah.
Um, which I bought. I was like, okay, well, that's kind of stupid, but okay, you know. But yeah, I didn't hear that. What you just said. That makes a lot more sense than like him pretending to be hip, and wearing grills and colored hair and all
Yeah.
tattoos everywhere like an idiot, like all these new rappers. Um, but I mean, I'm definitely curious. When does it come out? March 18th, something like that.
Yeah. I'll put the
I
date
think it
down.
comes.
I'll put the
Yeah,
date down here because
I think it's
I
March
don't
18th.
remember. March 18th. Let's just say. All right. Yeah. It's gonna be fucking good. And now do you understand why it's gonna be 4 hours long? Because there's gonna be shit you've never seen. Like the Joker was not in the original Justice League. You
Yeah,
know.
he
And
was not.
I'm sure he never was. Period. But since Zack Snyder got the opportunity to go and they told him, fine, do your fucking movie, and he said, well, fuck it, I'm gonna add stuff in it, and I
Hmm.
think hopefully, if I'm right, he's gonna add that. He's gonna add what David Ayer wanted in his movie, the explanation of why the Joker is that. He's gonna add it here. We're gonna see Robin, maybe a flashback. Robin die, and Batman fucking angry beats the shit out of this Joker right here. You
Hmm.
know, I think that's maybe what we're gonna see, and it's gonna be pretty brutal and gory. I think.
There's rumors that Batman's gonna be saying a lot of fucked up shit. I think they said like they're another reason they marked it R is because Batman's gonna say a lot of F words and shit. So I'm not sure.
Well, I mean,
It's a rumor.
Zack Snyder's vision was always to make a Batman that was the kind of the equivalent of the Dark Knight Returns from the animated film by Frank Miller. It was first a comic book by Frank Miller, and then it was an animated film. And he wanted a grittier Batman like that, someone who's old, who's been Batman for a long time, who now he feels like, dude, I've been stopping bad guys, and they never stop. There's always evil, and look, my fucking apprentice just died, and he's like, these motherfuckers, they're never gonna learn, they're never gonna change their ways, and I'm tired, I'm old, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of them, half to the almost dead, and maybe that'll fucking stop them. You know, that's why we see this Batman fucking branding people and beating the shit, because he's done. He's like, I've been the good guy, and nothing's
Yeah.
changed. So I need to step it up. And that's the kind of Batman that Zack Snyder wanted. And I like it. I like Ben Affleck as Batman, being a fucking badass. An old man pissed off. That's awesome.
I need to take a look at those. I'm more of a Marvel kind of guy, but DC is always flown out of my head.
Because
The only DC shit.
they've made bad movies, you know, but
Yeah.
the animated universe is oh so beautiful, dude. It's
Yeah, definitely. Like the animated movies are so much better. Even the animated
and
series
and
from back in the 90s.
some of those movies I feel should be R, but somehow
Yeah.
kids watch these and I'm all like, dude, I don't this is like
Yeah.
borderline
This is not for
not for
kids.
kids, bro. Like those movies are
Yeah.
badass, and if I had children, which thank God I don't, I sure as fuck would not let them watch any of these DC animated movies. They're too fucking violent and sexualized and a bunch of craziness. I mean, those movies are obviously made for people like me and this guy down here. You know, like
Yeah.
they're not made for kids. And neither is this movie gonna be. That's why it's R. So parents, don't let your kids watch Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
But you should, because you're old enough.
Yep.
More news came out about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and this involves a rumor about Amber Heard. You know, Mira from the Justice League and the Aquaman movies. And the rumor is that she, towards the end of the movie, will become a member of the Justice League. And the reason why she becomes a member of the Justice League is because two members of the Justice League die by the end of the movie. This is nuts because that doesn't happen at all in the original Justice League movie.
Yep.
And I know everybody's going to come out and say, then that's the proof. It's a lie. It's just a rumor. It's bullshit. It's a crazy fan theory. Stop right there. They gave Zack Snyder a lot of money. This was more than $60 million to go back and be a nerd and make the movie he wanted to make. He just made a 4-hour fucking movie. And it's not a fucking retelling of the same story. You know, that the studio with Josh Whedon put together. And fucking GF Johns. No, this is going to be his story. Now, before he got canned or fired or quit, because was never really clear what happened to him. Before that, he was literally in charge of the fucking DC universe. Okay, he had mapped it out. He had the outline. He was the Kevin Feige. We're going in this direction. He made Man of Steel, the Superman movie. He made fucking Batman vs. Superman, and he fucking made Justice League, and now we're going to see his version. But he had an outline of what the DC universe was supposed to be like. They said this is a one-off project. He's not going to get more money. He's not going to get another fucking movie. There's been words around the internet that the studio, because of all the hype and all the nerds like us are talking about it on the internet, and we're excited about it, that if this does good, they're going to give him a fucking second movie. Now, originally,
Like back in the DC universe, like the studio is gonna give him another movie. This is his test, basically.
yes. No,
Wow.
it wasn't his test, but they've seen the reaction from the internet. from the
Yeah.
nerds. They've seen the reaction from the people who are gonna fucking watch this, and they're all like, "Huh, maybe there is money in whatever this crazy asshole wants to do."
Mhm.
And so now the studio's considering giving him a second movie. Now, before he was fired or quit or whatever the hell happened, he left because his daughter committed, died or whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Show my respect. Um, he wanted this to be two parts. Before any of this happened, he wanted this to be originally. He wanted this to be two parts. The first movie, they were gonna fight Steppenwolf, and it was gonna end with them knowing that Steppenwolf wasn't the bad guy, that there was the dark side, and he was coming. And so by that was gonna happen. And so the second movie was them fighting Darkseid. We already seen some clips of Darkseid in Zack Snyder's Justice League in some of the trailers and shit. But I think what we've seen in the trailers, we might get like another minute, but we're not gonna get a lot of Darkseid. It's just a flashback, and it's probably just an end credit scene or some shit like that. But if this rumor is true, that they gave him they're considering giving him a second movie. Zack Snyder said, "I'm gonna make a 4-hour movie, and I'm gonna make it a fucking to be continued. I'm gonna do the story that I wanted to do. If they don't give me a second movie, that's fine, but the internet will demand it."
Mhm.
And I think Zack Snyder did his original story. This is what his original story was gonna be. For any of you who read comic books, his original story was gonna be Injustice, the timeline where Superman turns evil. We were gonna get at the end of this movie, Superman would turn evil. He would be resurrected and come back, and he would be the black suit Superman, and he's evil. And we've seen this. We've seen this already. Okay, the scene uh, in the dark timeline where we see when Bruce is dreaming and he's seeing the future and he's in a trench coat and shit, and the world's all destroyed and shit, and Superman's evil. You've seen that dream, right? You've seen
Yeah, I
it.
saw that.
So that's where this movie's leading into. This, I think, Zack Snyder's Justice League movie is gonna end horribly. Okay,
Hmm.
Aquaman's gonna die, and Wonder Woman's gonna die. It's gonna end horribly. And so then the next movie that they're gonna give them is gonna be about them trying to figure out with the Flash to go back in time. To go back in time with the Flash, and the Flash warned Bruce to fucking fix things. And so where he fixes things, if you think about it, this is what DC's gonna say, is when the Flash comes back and he appears to Bruce and he yells what does he yell? He says, "Bruce, uh Lois, she's the key, find her, save us, Bruce, find us." When he goes back in time and then fucking Bruce wakes up and he's like, "What the fuck, was that real?" Yes, it was real. They're gonna show eventually, I think in part 2, the Flash goes back in time, tells Batman then that, and then we get what the new Justice League movie is, which is the scene where Superman is evil and he's fighting them. They actually bring Lois Lane to snap him out of it.
Hmm.
In this movie, they're not gonna bring Lois Lane because the Flash thing doesn't happen, and everything's gonna fuck up.
Mhm.
That's my theory. We're gonna get a dark Justice League, and it's gonna end in a cliffhanger where everything's fucked. We basically have the nightmare shit. And the second movie, we're gonna see that world where Apocalypse has taken over. Superman is bad, and it's them trying to teach or figure out. Cyborg's supposed to teach the Flash, to fucking go back in time and shit. Um, what do you think? You think they'll do something crazy like that? You think he'll get a second movie? And you think that Amber Heard at the end of the movie will have to take over because fucking Jason Momoa's Aquaman will die?
That's a really big twist. When I was reading that, I was like, really? They're gonna kill him? Like, people love this character now that Jason Momoa is the new Aquaman.
But he's not really
Um,
dead either,
yeah. I know.
because they're gonna go
But,
back and change time, fix
you
things.
know, but the people that are gonna watch it for the first time and don't hear these rumors are
Yeah,
gonna be like, "What?"
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
So
marks.
Yeah, so they're gonna they're gonna be all fucking surprised, and they're gonna be like, why did this happen? But yeah, like the hardcore nerds are gonna be like, yes, this is perfect, we love it. And I personally, I wouldn't mind because I don't like what Jason Momoa did. I fucking hate him. It's a cheesy fucking character. uh
He was just
but
being
yeah,
himself. I mean, he's a cool dude, man.
he's a cool dude, but there were so many catchphrases and shit like that that I was like, ugh, I don't know.
That's not his fault. That's
I know,
whoever wrote the fucking script. He's just the actor reading the lines.
I know, but like, there's a reason why, in Game of Thrones he didn't speak English at all. They're shh, shut up.
He'll get
Yeah,
better. He'll get
I'm
better.
yeah, well, yeah, hopefully. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to see this. Again, we'll put the date down here. I think it's March 18th. I'm actually glad I don't have to pay for this shit. It's gonna be on one of the platforms that I already have.
Well, you
So
are
that's
paying
gonna be
for
on.
it. You know.
Well, technically, I'm not.
Okay. Well, if you got a VPN, you can also watch it
Mhm.
without
Thank
paying
God,
for it.
yes.
Yeah.
So if Snyder is planning all this out the way you said, that's fucking genius. I mean, like, if people are gonna like, if the
I
only
think
thing he needs to do is please the fucking
fans,
people.
the
If he,
fans.
yeah,
Yeah.
if he pleases the fucking fans, he's set.
I think he's doing this purposely because he said, "Man, if I ended on a cliffhanger, all the nerds are gonna be like, we want more," and the studio's gonna have no choice but to say, just
Yeah,
make the fucking movie. Obviously, you're gonna bring us in money, and
yeah,
I think
exactly.
finally they'll let him be back in charge of fucking the universe.
Yeah, and
And
guess what? That's why HBO fucking contracted him in the first place. They saw all this and they're like, "Come here, we're gonna let you do things. You're gonna make us a lot of new users. A lot of people are gonna pay for this shit. So that's good."
yeah, I mean that was a. I'm excited for the Justice League fucking movie. It's gonna be legit. It's gonna be better than the original. Um, it's gonna be violent. Um, Ray Fisher, you might get your job back. I'm happy for you, bro, because I want Cyborg, and you already are playing Cyborg. I've seen you at Cyborg. You're Cyborg to me, okay? Plain and simple. Yeah, you're a fucking idiot on Twitter, and I wish you just wouldn't tweet. No, seriously, bro, get off social media. You don't need it. You don't need
Yeah.
it. But yeah, you might get your fucking job back if Snyder fucking wows everyone. Because critics are assholes. The fans will love it, but if the critics trash it, the studio looks more about what the critics are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, we're gonna move on, and like I said, this is an action-packed fucking like um, comic book fucking filled episode. Um, so we're gonna get into some Marvel news and something about an Alpha Groot. So apparently James Gunn got on Twitter because that's where all the kids hang out. And some guy tweeted at him, and he said, "Hey James, Vin Diesel mentioned in an interview about Alpha Groot. What's an Alpha Groot?" And James Gunn replied, "I have no idea. Maybe he just means the most awesome Groot." Now, the term Alpha Groot, I guess, is not real. There's a King Groot, and he's fucking humongous and large, and he just looks amazing. Um, I think Vin Diesel maybe doesn't know comic books, and and maybe Groot's gonna be big, and he just wants to call it Alpha Groot.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Because even
Yeah.
James Gunn said, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he means
He means it's the most awesomest one. I actually went online and searched Alpha Groot, and I got a lot of fucking like results, but that doesn't mean that because I'm not very familiarized with the comic
Yeah,
book
and the
for Star.
images that come out, this kind of image, but that's his name's not Alpha Groot. I think they call
Yeah.
him King Groot, or I don't know his name, but it's not Alpha Groot. He's called something else, and he's a different version of Groot. And I think he's in one of those video games on on your tablet or phone. He's in Contest of Champions or some shit like that. He's in one of those video games, um, and but I don't think we're gonna see this version in the movie.
Yeah, because last time we saw him, he was a teenager, right?
Yeah. So now he's going to be an adult Groot. So I think we're finally going to get back to the original design we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. The way he
Yeah.
looked in Guardians 1, I think that's what Groot is now going to look like in this movie.
Unless they make something out where like Groot and Thor are both getting back in shape or some shit, and they both get really fucking big. I don't know if they're gonna play around with that.
Whoa, you're
You
right.
know?
Then he
So
could look like this guy.
yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
So I was just thinking maybe they both bonded in that way because one is a teenager, the other one is like basically a recovering alcoholic, and he's like depressed and shit. So he starts hanging out with Groot, and they start hanging like getting buff and shit. I don't know.
I hope they show a montage of Thor
Yeah,
losing the weight. You know, getting back in
like
shape.
yeah.
Because
Rocky style, like
yeah.
80s shit.
Like they're in the Milano, just doing
Yeah,
sit-ups or something, and we slowly start seeing him get fucking ripped and become finally the Thor we all fucking have always seen. Because we know
yeah.
he's gonna be buff. We've seen the pictures down here. But yeah, awful
That,
Groot, big Groot. I don't know. Vin Diesel's an idiot. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, all he
just
says is
thinking.
he says 3 words. I am Groot. All
I
right,
am
Vin,
Groot.
we got it. You can go home. We can slow it down and make it better. Let's go home. Here's
Probably
your
thinking of alpha male, like, oh, he looks like an alpha male, like I am.
here's your check. Go home. Go film another one of those
Go.
uh, furious
Car movies.
movies. One of those furious movies. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm done. Man, we got a lot of not a lot, but we got quite a bit of fucking things to talk about because in WandaVision, they promote the show and they've been going around in different outlets and Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, was interviewed and they asked her, um, everyone on the internet is going crazy about the Luke Skywalker cameo because no one expected it. It came out of nowhere, and it's something that everybody loves Luke, and nobody expected him popping up there. And they asked her, does this show have something like that in store for us? And she said, yes. And she goes, I can't wait till you all see this. Wow. Who do you think it's going to be?
I'm pretty sure we already talked about this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Doctor Who. I mean Doctor Who, Doctor Strange. I'm thinking about British shit right now. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So
this movie,
if it makes sense.
Yeah, of course, because the movie. I mean, so they say things are going to be connected, in a way, but. And the theory I gave before about what's going to happen in Spider-Man. I'm going to throw it out the window, because when this show started coming out, a lot of people didn't realize that this show takes place exactly 3 weeks after the re-snap. After fucking the Hulk wished everyone back, 3 weeks after that, that's when this show starts. So it's like right after Endgame.
Yeah.
That means that Spider-Man Homecoming takes place fucking after this movie, I guess. Maybe. I don't know how long. I have to go back and watch Homecoming to figure it out. But definitely this show is maybe sooner or at the same time as Homecoming. This might be happening at the same time. During Spider-Man Homecoming, when Fury goes and finds Spider-Man and tells him, we need you, Spider-Man tells him, what about Thor? And he's like, oh, he's off-world. And what about Doctor Strange? Oh, he's occupied. So if this movie's taking place at the same time as this fucking show, then maybe it is Doctor Strange, and he's gonna pop out at the end, and that'll lead into his movie, The Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. It all fits together. Yeah, what you just said, it was the stuff that I was thinking about. And honestly, all of these, the WandaVision is the basically the glue that's gonna make all these things get together and fit them in its right place. Um, oh man, it's Wednesday. Fuck. Okay, 2 more days. So we can see the new
Yeah,
episode.
I know.
I'm really
I
excited
got
about
my
the new
VPN
episode.
ready to go.
So, god damn it, for some reason I thought it was Thursday, and I was like, oh, tomorrow, tonight I'm gonna watch it. But no, god damn it. All right, so uh i I cannot think of another character that's gonna come out other than obviously Doctor Strange, but also Mephisto. So I don't know if she's referencing Mephisto or she's referencing Doctor Strange. So at
Here,
this
look.
point I'm not sure.
Hang on. I'm gonna be a super fanboy here. This is just my wish. Magneto.
Oh.
Her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Her fucking dad suddenly
Shit.
comes out at the fucking end like, hey,
That is
holy. No, but they're not going to do that. I don't think so.
Imagine the reason why that guy from Spain said that he was gonna be talking, he was gonna be dubbing the same character from the old X-Men.
Yeah, yeah.
I can only imagine that also the dad comes out as well, you know, and she's thinking about the people that,
Well,
you
look,
know,
I don't think you've seen this, but I'm gonna post it down here. But there was a leaked, I guess, promo, or I don't know how somebody got this. It's a super short clip, but we see Evan Peters, and it's that episode, which is probably gonna be the one on Friday. That episode where they talk about when you said that they're gonna go trick or treating and shit, and we've seen already the
yeah.
images. There's gonna be a kid, uh, Evan Peters. And then Wanda's there. This is the scene that's there. Wanda's there, and Wanda's little boy, I don't know which one, Tommy or Billy, but Wanda's little boy runs up to her and says, Mommy, Daddy's in trouble. And Wanda looks worried. And behind her is Evan Peters, and he's dressed in a costume, Halloween costume, as Quicksilver. But he's but
Whoa.
he's in a Halloween costume. Hang on. And Evan Peters tells her, oh, it's not like your dead husband can die twice. And she turns around angry and like pushes him. So from that little clip, the only thing I can think about is that he is playing her brother. Like he appears and she's like, oh, brother, you're here. And they go trick-or-treating. And just like she's wearing the Scarlet Witch costume for Halloween, he's wearing the Quicksilver costume for Halloween.
Oh shit.
Or he's just a random guy just there who says it to her and she fucking, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do, but I've seen that little clip. It's there. It's crazy. So
Man.
that's why I
So
was
maybe
like,
he pierced this through like time and space, and I don't know, man. This is if that happens, I'm gonna be my mind's gonna blow, man. Like, whoa.
it's gonna be. I can't wait till Friday. I can't fucking wait. But Magneto is just me being a fanboy because I don't know. The odds are most likely gonna be Doctor Strange appearing,
Yeah.
but it's like you said earlier. Is she talking about Doctor Strange here, or is she talking about Mephisto?
Mm-hmm.
We have this fucking leaked image, and this is real, motherfuckers. This is a toy, and this is the back of the toy or the carton. They haven't put look right there where the blue things is. That's where the little toys are gonna be, and this is just the box and the carton or whatever. This was probably taken by somebody who works at the factory because this is the cardboard. It's gonna fold in, and then they're gonna put the plastic over. They're gonna put the toys and then the plastic over it, and that's how this is just the cardboard part of it. But this is real. And there is Wanda Maximoff, and right there is
Pesto.
Mephisto. Who does he look
Crazy.
like to you? Does he look like that blonde lady? I don't think so.
Mephisto is like a fucking the devil. He can be whatever the fuck he wants.
That's true. But
But
I think he looks like the fucking guy who's running the show. The fucking guy from that Agents of the sword guy, the leader.
oh, you think he's the agent who's in charge of the
Yes,
mission?
yeah,
Holy
who's like demanding shit and being like, take me to
yeah.
headquarters right now, and then he comes
Where she
back and
said like, oh, he's a charmer.
yes, that guy,
Oh,
he could be Mephisto.
it's true.
And I was looking at this image, and it's hard because these fucking toys suck. These toys, that's how the toys look. Obviously, fucking Elizabeth Olsen does not look like this. Okay, this is some kind
Yeah.
of blockhead bullshit. But so you can't really tell. But I don't know. I thought maybe he resembled that guy, but who knows? But this is the genie's out of the bottle. Everybody, the jig is up. This is a spoiler. Mephisto's in the show.
Yeah, of course.
Eventually, we're gonna
eventually,
see
yeah.
him. We're gonna see him.
I don't think we're gonna see him in this next episode.
No,
But
of course not.
we're definitely gonna see Quicksilver in some way or form.
In
And
this next episode, we're gonna
yeah,
see
in this next
Quicksilver.
episode.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be
Evan
some sort of
Peters
altercation,
Quicksilver.
dude.
Evan Peters Quicksilver.
Yeah. And on the preview on the little trailer, if you don't call it, there's an altercation. There's like a standoff or a float off because they're floating, and it's Vision and Scarlet. Like
Yeah.
they're both like flying like this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on
So
there?
you want to know my theory? Just from
Yeah.
we're getting into fucking major spoilers. This might end up being true, but from the trailer and all these little leaked little scenes and shit, I think I figured it out. What's gonna happen in the next episode? Okay, obviously we're gonna move into the next TV show, and it's gonna be like the 70s, I guess, right? It's gonna be like the
Yeah.
70s because the 60s was the last one. This is gonna be the 70s, and the kids are gonna be toddlers or 6-year-olds. Like they're gonna grow fast, and they're gonna go trick or treating. But some shit's gonna happen where Vision starts snapping out of it, and there's a point where he really, really snaps out of it. There's a part where Scarlet Witch goes like that, and the Vision's flying away, and I think Scarlet Witch is shooting at him, and she rewinds him and fixes things or something. The point where they both fly up like that scene with the way they're dressed, that's still the 60s. That's not the 70s when they're trick-or-treating. So Vision finds out, and they're about to get into a fight, but she's so powerful because she's creating this that she fucking changes everything, and boom, now we're in the 70s, and oh, I love you, honey, and like he's fucked up again. He doesn't remember, and that's
Like
what I
she
think.
rewinds the tape basically.
She just she just fixes it because she can. That's how
Mhm.
powerful she is. She can just do whatever she wants. Imagine do whatever she wants. She's God. She's God. That's scary, dude. And so then we're in the 70s. They go trick or treating. I don't know how Quicksilver / even Peters is gonna I don't know how in what way they're gonna use him in the show. All I know is the theories and what we know. He's gonna be dressed as Quicksilver, a Halloween costume of Quicksilver. And will he be Quicksilver? Will he be her brother in the show? I don't know. We'll see. But the Vision is gonna figure it out in the 70s. He's gonna snap out of it that something's wrong, and then he's gonna remember the last 2 times I thought something was wrong. I went to Wanda, and then now we're here again. And he's like, let me wait. And so he starts walking around, and we've seen this. We've seen where he flies up in the air and he looks at the whole city like, what is this, right? And he goes down, and that girl Agnes is in the car, and he touches her, and she wakes up, and she's all like, oh my god, an Avenger, are you here to save us? And he's like, why? And she goes, because we're all, she goes, I forget, she says something about dead, and Vision goes, why would you say that? And it's because, well, because aren't you dead? And she starts laughing all crazy. And so, I think he snaps out of it, But because he's able to snap out of it, he has the ability to snap people out of it because he touched her and she kind of snapped out of it. So that's kind of weird. I saw that in the trailer. Anyways, we've seen those clips where he's trying to leave the bubble because he wants to
Yeah.
find, like, he realizes this is a bubble, and I think he figures it out. Wanda's creating this, so he leaves the fucking bubble. And when he leaves the bubble, he fucking falls to the ground, and the sword agents come. This is my theory. The sword agents come and take him inside, and he's kind of dying because he's probably not real, but he's still kind of there, and they're talking to him and asking him what the fuck, and he tells them, because I've heard the audio, he tells them Wanda is doing this,
Hmm.
and we've seen little small clips, and I'm talking about like 2-3 seconds, which I'm going to slow down right now, where Wanda is floating down dressed as Scarlet Witch from the MCU movies, and she's floating down, and her hands are on fucking glowing red, and she's floating down. But the place where she's floating down, that does not look like a TV
Yeah.
show, that does not look like outside of anywhere. It looks like she's in a building, like a facility. And then the very last clip that we see the bubble and a figure walking out of the bubble, but we don't see the
Exactly.
figure. If you pause it, which I'm fucking either pausing it or slowing it the fuck down, if you look at the shape of that figure, that's Wanda. That's Wanda Maximoff with her trench coat, and she's
Yeah.
walking out of the bubble. She finds out that Vision left the bubble, and she fucking gets angry. And she comes
Mhm.
outside of the bubble, and she fucks everyone up. That's what's gonna happen at the end. She's gonna fuck all of them up. And Monica Rambeau, because we've already heard the audio where she tells them, if we don't, like, we can't attack her. Like, we can't attack her. We have to talk to her. We have to figure something out. Because attacking her is only pissing her off.
Mhm.
You just saw what she did. She fucked everything up. And she's gonna grab the Vision and go back in the bubble and be happy again. That's what's gonna happen in the next episode. That's just me piecing it together.
Yeah, I agree with you. I saw those. I slowed it down. Definitely saw the Vision coming out and then
Fallen.
falling down. You can see on there's a profile view of him, and you can see the divot in his forehead, just like we saw in the last episode. And then after that, you see Wanda's figure, the silhouette, and it's her in the trench coat. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
either she's gonna, like you said, fuck everyone around, or she's just gonna go grab him, Vision, pull him back in. I think that maybe after she pulls him back in, he's gonna be like, "Why did you do that?" And then they're gonna have the standoff. I'm not sure. Um, let's see. We'll see what solidifies here.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes out.
We'll see this fucking Friday, and we'll probably talk about it on Sunday. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. But there was more fucking Marvel news, dude. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Mr. Don Cheadle just had an interview because they're doing press for shit, and he's confirmed that War Machine, Mr. Rhodey, he's gonna be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. What do you think about that?
It's great, man. Who doesn't love Don Cheadle, man? He's fucking awesome. And his character, I believe they haven't invested a lot of time in the Marvel movies for his character to develop.
Yeah, he's just been in the background.
Yeah. And he has so much potential, man. I'm glad he is in the series because
But he's only going to play a minor role, and he might be in 1 or 2 episodes. He's not going to be in all the episodes. Um, but the reason why they're putting him in this show in reality, it's because he's getting his own show,
Mhm.
and the show is called Armor Wars. And during this interview, he talked a little bit about it. Um, and I'm going to put a snippet down here and I'll read it to y'all. He said, in the show Armor Wars, that's coming, that he's going to be in, he says, the death of Tony Stark, I'm pretty sure will play a role in the series. Where we've been sort of progressing Rhodey, even in the last film, where he's now up again, and now he's walking again, and now he's mobile again. So as the technology continues to develop, and we keep making innovations in the suit, and what happens, I imagine there's going to be another elevation in another way that we're going to keep digging in that part of Rhodey. So he's gonna have a show, and in that show, it's gonna have to do with Tony Stark being dead and the technology that he made. So I think there's gonna be maybe like, I don't know, organizations that have made their own Iron Man suits, and he's gonna have to fight them.
Yeah.
That they've
Well,
stolen now the design that Tony's made that people have seen already for the past fucking 10, 15 years or however long this fucking movies have been.
yeah.
They already seen Iron Man. They figured out how he works and they've made the technology. That's what this show's gonna be. What do you think? He's gonna get
Um,
his own fucking show.
do you think he takes over for Tony in that sense of selling like,
No,
you
no,
know,
no, because he's still Colonel Rhodes. Technically, he still fucking works for the United States government. But the United States government figures out, like, hey, this nation or this organization has an Iron Man suit. Rhodey, go take care of it. War Machine, and so
gotcha.
he goes, and that I think that's what's the I think that's what the premise of the show is gonna be.
Well,
Uh,
that's interesting because that's like very uh it has a lot of potential in the sense that it's going to be a more of a serious kind of show, and it's going to deal a lot with like foreign affairs and you know potential wars and whatnot. uh could there be like superheroes in that or not superheroes but like, well, yeah, superheroes and enemies in that sense? Well, yeah, maybe, but I think it's gonna be more driven into the whole like, you know, war thing and foreign affairs.
yeah,
I would totally watch it if it's that. That'd be fucking awesome. I
yeah,
mean,
I think it will be. There'll be other nations that figure out the technology and they have their own Iron Man suit, and so they're sending Rhodey overseas in covert operations to fucking put a stop to the programs and shit. And I'm sure
or
they're not gonna look like Rhodey or the Iron Man suit. They're probably gonna be big and shit.
uh,
You know, they're gonna look different. I can't wait to see it though.
or maybe there's gonna be an altercation between him and the U.S. government because you know how the U.S. government is. We make technology when it comes to wars, and we sell it to other countries too. So there
Yeah,
might be conflict in that sense.
maybe
There might be a conflict.
maybe the other countries have an Iron Man suit because the United States sold them the technology.
So he's like, "What the fuck, guys? We're not supposed to be doing this shit." Like, and he's trying to resolve those problems.
Yeah,
That would be an interesting premise right there. That would be great. I would totally watch that.
yeah. I mean, for sure, it's gonna be legit. And I'm excited for it. It'll be a while before we see it. But we also got some other Marvel news, and this was maybe a day or two ago. I guess. But Mr. Tom Holland was a busy man, and he likes to tweet and Instagram like Mr. Ray Parker. Except the only difference between him and not Ray Parker, Ray Fisher. The only difference between him and Ray Fisher is that he doesn't make an ass out of himself while
Unless
tweeting.
he's spoiling shit up for in the story.
Oh yeah, unless he's fucking giving away spoilers like a dumbass. And I'm sure Disney fined him or lowered his pay. He's like, hey, for this next movie, I'm sorry, you're getting a pay cut for that fuck up. But anyways, he posted a picture of him with his younger brother on his shoulders, and his younger brother's in the movie. You know, and if you notice there, the younger brother has the wires. So you know, I think and that's kind of cool because we were just talking about this the other day about, you know, if I had an ugly brother or sister, you know, I would try to fucking put him in a movie, you know. And this is good for Tom, you know, bringing in his you know, ugly younger brother to fucking be in a movie. You know, good for him. But the great part is you could see, I can kind of tell what's going on. Tom's younger brother is going to be some kid who's stealing something because you see the bag down fucking there. He's stealing something from that store over here. It says jewelry and shit. Um, and so he's stealing something, and Spider Man's in the neighborhood, and he fucking webs him, and he pulls him up. Ah! And that's why he has those wires.
Yeah.
And he's getting a paycheck, which he's gonna go spend on drugs and video games. Good for him. What do you think of? I mean, you know, they're filming the
uh,
movie. What do you think with his brother?
I
That's a cool thing, man.
my first impression was like, who's Ginger in the fucking series, man? Who's Ginger? And then you told me what?
Fucking Harry Osborn.
Yeah, and I was thinking, well, he's a little young to be Harry Osborn, but he
Yeah,
definitely has a little phase like a little motherfucking prick. He looks like a little asshole, that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Uh,
gonna be somebody who's robbing a store, and Spider-Man stops him.
yeah, yeah, he looks like a little menace right there.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm just biased because he's a little ginger. He's like, look at this motherfucker. He means trouble. And I think that's why he got the job. Honestly,
He got the job because Tom Holland is his brother, and that's cool, man. That's he's doing something good for his brother. Just fuck it.
I mean, obviously, there's not a lot of context behind this because it's just a fucking picture. But obviously, because of what you said, yeah, definitely, he's gonna pick him up. He has the fucking wires on there. They're definitely gonna be doing something there where either he saves them from being mugged or he's stealing some shit. Um, but definitely, I don't think he's gonna be a reoccurring character of any sort.
Oh no, fuck no.
Um,
This is a one-off. He's just a
yeah,
extra or whatever at the most.
he's just a little cameo, like a little special kind of like introduction to him being an actor, a kid actor too, as well.
During
Um,
Spider-Man 3, remember, when you see a ginger kid in the movie, that is Tom Holland's real younger brother.
so yeah, that's what I got from that. Other than that, I mean, it's open for discussion. I really don't know what else we can say about that other than what we just said right now.
All right, yeah, we're gonna move on. I mean, because that was not much, but it's a picture he posted, so we just want to say whatever. Um, something fucking that I thought was gonna happen. Now, obviously, it wasn't gonna happen in the Oscars. Now, I don't know the rules about the Oscars and shit, but I think it has something to do with that. It's not in a theatrical release. This is in a streaming service, but with the Golden Globes, it's a different story. The Golden Globes have just nominated Mr. Chadwick Boseman, aka the Black Panther T'Challa, um, for best lead actor in a movie. Have you for in the movie Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? Have you seen the movie?
I haven't seen the movie. I know you
Oh
told me
my
about
god!
this, and I need to see it.
Yep.
This is on Netflix, right?
Shit. Yes, it is
Uh,
on Netflix. Yes,
you're gonna
it's
say like it's on a
well.
VPN
I
for
I,
sure.
I used I used a VPN. I did. Um, that was me. But yes, it is on Netflix. Netflix has this
Okay.
movie. So anybody who has Netflix, if you haven't watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, you're throwing your money away. Okay, stop watching all that other trash and watch this fucking movie. It's an amazing fucking movie. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. This is based on a real people and real incidents and things that happen. This lady is basically the first Beyonce, except she wasn't hot, but she was a diva, and she fucking knew that the white man only wanted her for her singing voice, and she knew that the moment they recorded her singing voice, they would not need her anymore. So until they got all the recordings they wanted, she was fucking a diva. And you gotta watch this movie to see. Like, she's so good. This is Viola Davis. Viola Davis, and it doesn't look like her, but she's in it. And Chadwick Boseman plays her trumpet player. And oh man, he has so many great, amazing scenes by himself sometimes, and sometimes with other characters. But it's just there's a scene in there that's so hard to watch because the context and the things he is saying, he's yelling at God and kind of at this point in his life, he obviously knew he had months to live. The man looks pretty bad. You look at him in the movie and he's really really thin and really skinny, and now that we know that he had stage 4 cancer, he was fucking dying.
That sucks, man.
It does suck. And this was the last film he made, and he was dying, and he gave it his all. And he fucking deserves. He's gonna win the best lead actor in a fucking movie, the Golden Globe. He's gonna win it. He deserves it. Um, but I will say this about him: that actor. I want to try to point on him just as he comes out. Not that I want to fucking Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna that guy right there. Anyways, that guy right there, he had an interview and he said, when there was a time that he came on set, and after scenes, Chadwick would go and sit down, and these girls would come over and massage his back, and he'd be there like that, and that he was all like, this fucking guy, he's been the king of Wakanda a year and a half, and it's gone to his head, and now he says, I feel horrible that I thought that, because now I know he was in pain, and he was
Shit.
working in pain, and he gave the best performance of his life in pain. For
That's
you,
crazy.
and for me, and for everyone to see. Go watch this movie, bros. Watch this fucking movie. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix. I wish this would have come out in theaters when there was no corona. This would have been huge. And there's great actresses. Viola Davis is in this. Like, there's oh my god, the makeup and in the makeup and the prosthetics, she is unrecognizable. Um,
See, and I was gonna, I was gonna tell you, like, I saw the trailer. I don't remember Viola Davis, and she's the lady that
she's
comes down.
in Suicide Squad. She's Amanda Waller, and she doesn't
I
look.
know who she is. Yeah, but exactly, I saw the trailer for this movie, and I
Look,
didn't see her,
Ma
and I was like, oh,
Rainey.
that's her.
Ma Rainey. Well, this is the story. Ma Rainey was a fucking a blues, she was an old fucking artist, and one of the first black women to be recorded and sold millions of fucking records and shit and was on the radio. Um, but she was a very large woman. She was 300 pounds. And Viola Davis, like, she said that for this fucking movie, like, she gained weight, but it wasn't enough. And she told them, get me a fucking bodysuit. She was 300 pounds. I'm gonna fucking be 300 pounds. Like,
Yeah,
dude, these actors went all out to become these people. And it's damn good. You gotta watch this fucking movie. And it's funny, man. There's some scenes where these guys, they're supposed to be practicing because they're gonna fucking, back then, it wasn't like the guitarist went in and recorded his fucking song, like and then the bassist would come in and record, and then the drummer, and then the singer by himself. No,
it
back
was
then,
all together.
it was all together, one take. If somebody fucked up, dude, you just lost thousands, like hundreds of dollars because they're spending money on the goddamn studio. You fucked us over. So everything had to be perfect. So these guys are supposed to be practicing, and all they're doing is fucking arguing. And the conversation, oh man, it's fucking hilarious. It's about the white man and shit like that. Dude, it's awesome, dude. Fucking watch this movie. You'll love it. Anybody should love this movie. It's great. It's great.
Definitely
Um,
gonna watch it tonight then.
you should. Um, but we're not done with the Golden Globes, because the Golden Globes also went as far as nominating the Mandalorian series for Best Drama.
Drama, huh? Wow, that is fucking crazy, man. Because definitely this series does not give you the same like
It
science
wasn't funny.
fiction.
It wasn't. I mean, there was
Yeah,
like little funny things in there, but it wasn't like comedy. It wasn't MCU comedy. Like a running joke, or even death.
honestly,
Death is funny. No, it's not like that.
it was an all-American Western sci-fi movie. Uh, it was great, man. All the people that came out in that show were great. Even Bill Burr was amazing. The fucking series was really good, and I'm glad they got nominated. They need that recognition. They know they did a great job, and fans of Star Wars know that they did a great job.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm glad that these people who are running these awards and nominations and whatnot are recognizing the fact that this series is great. Um, so good for them, man. They need that. So that we can get more stuff like that. It puts them on the spotlight for those people who created those shows, and those actors who performed there
To get more
to do other
opportunities.
more opportunities and to make something of the same thing for our own pleasure, basically.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad they deserved it.
Yeah, for sure, dudes. Hey, I gotta roll another joint. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Uh, Cheers, my friend.
Hey, cheers, man.
You better chug that shit right now.
It's 8%,
I
motherfucker.
don't give a shit. Chug it.
What is yours? 4.5.
Yeah, but I'm like 3 in. You're barely on 1. Chug that shit right now.
This guy. All right, you're gonna be like that.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
can outdrink
am.
you.
I know you can. That's why you're disappointing me.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna move on with the conversation because this guy's too damn sober. Here we go. We got some Rogue One news today. We got some news out of nowhere from a movie that came out 3 years ago of a deleted scene uh, of Darth Vader, and it's really just an image.
Yeah.
And it's Darth Vader looking outside of a ship, I guess, and it's Mustafar. It's the planet of Mustafar. Obviously, I don't know if he's looking at a computer image or if this is not a fully rendered, image. They like
Yeah.
some of the special effects are missing, so it doesn't look like a real planet.
It looks
Or
like a sun, a star of some sort.
well, I mean, think about it. Mustafar is the planet. It's just all made of lava and shit. It's where fucking Darth Vader was born, where he got burned to a crisp. It's just a lava planet, so it's gonna look like that.
A
But
lovely planet, then.
yeah, I mean, he's just there looking at Mustafar. Um, and this is just a deleted scene or image.
Everyone.
And it's cool that they're showing us an image of a deleted scene, but I want to see the fucking scene, assholes.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah, we
fucking.
don't want to see the fucking picture. We want to see the whole thing.
It's like showing me half a boob. You know,
Or no, under boob. Like
under boob, not even the nipple, not even the nipple.
Yeah. Such a
But
tease.
it is a tease. Somewhere out there's a whole fucking scene with Darth Vader looking at Mustafar, probably saying some shit. This is where I died and was reborn. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. In a way, it's kind of like, shit, that's where I fucked up. Fuck.
Yeah, he fucked up there for sure. All right, we have more Star Wars news, and this is coming straight out of Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, Ewan McGregor. In an interview, he recently said that they're not going to film overseas. He thought they were going to film in Britain or somewhere in the fucking desert and shit. And no, they're going to film in LA. And they asked him if John Favreau is fucking helming this shit. And he straight up said no. He's not
John
involved.
Favreau. John Favreau.
John Favreau. I can't talk. I'm pretty drunk.
That's okay. It's John Favreau.
What he said. It's going to be Deborah Crow. No, oh fuck, I'm really drunk. Deborah Chow. Deborah Chow is one of the directors. She, The Mandalorian, the first season had a bunch of episodes that were directed by other people as well, and I think she directed the first 2 episodes. Don't quote me on that. But Deborah Chow is directed for the Mandalorian, and she is gonna helm the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Shit, I'm excited, dude.
Yeah.
What
I'll be honest, I haven't seen much of her work other than the one that she did in Mandalorian. So, but
Hey,
she did do Mr. Robot.
Why don't you check?
Mr. Robot?
She directed Mr. Robot? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, she did. If I'm not mistaken. Also, Better Call Saul.
Oh,
well.
wow. She did Better Call
Yeah,
Saul.
no, she's fucking great. Wait, she's
I don't
good.
I don't like shows about crystal meth, but I know it's a good show.
Yeah.
And
The
the actor is phenomenal, whatever the fuck his name is, because I can't say it because I'm drunk and high. But yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like, she's gonna do great on it. I can't wait. And we already know that in the series, we are gonna see Christian Hayden come back, and he is gonna be Darth Vader. Now, we don't know if he's going to be Darth Vader or if he's going to be like flashbacks or memories in Darth Vader's head,
Yeah.
because he's going to have memories of when he was younger or was Anakin, and we'll see him come back as Anakin, or if he's going to be like playing Darth Vader underneath the suit. I don't know what it's going to be. But Kristen Hayden is set to be in it. And we are probably going to get one more encounter of Darth Vader versus Anakin, versus Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan before the final when Obi-Wan dies in
Are
New
there
Hope.
pictures of him like updated pictures of him nowadays?
No, but here's the thing. Hayden Christian pretty much left Hollywood a long time ago.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm like, how does he look like?
He's older. He still looks the same.
Yeah.
But it
So is he
doesn't.
gonna be looking more like the original Darth Vader from the trilogy? Like
Wow, I know. I mean, I don't think they're
I
gonna
mean, he's
shave
not gonna
his
be
head.
that old, but
I don't think they're gonna shave his head and make him bald or nothing. I don't know. I think, in a sense, I think he's gonna come back in some kind of flashback. They're gonna, but I hope he doesn't look too old, where he looks older than what he was when he died or became Darth Vader. I don't
well,
know.
he's gonna look fucked up if he takes his mask off, of course.
I think maybe he's gonna come back as a vision to Obi-Wan,
Mm-hmm.
like a dream or something that torments him, that haunts him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because how long has it been since he's been like the character of Darth Vader?
Wow.
18 years. 18, it's something like that.
19,
18
19,
years.
18, 19 years. Yeah.
Shit.
I think it's almost 19 years. Damn.
That's what I was saying. I was like, holy shit, how does he look like nowadays?
Show an image of him right here. Why?
Oh wow. I mean, he looks a
Yeah.
little bit more
He looks
like
the same. He looks, this motherfucker. He probably drinks baby's bloods or fucking like adrenochrome or something. Like he hasn't aged a
he
fucking
he
bit.
he has aged, but
Eh.
he has aged well. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
He's a good looking guy, man.
look, I think it's gonna be a flashback.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be in the suit, in the Darth Vader suit, playing the character. He's not. I think it's gonna be flashbacks. We're gonna see memories of Obi-Wan remembering stuff about Anakin that we never saw in the movies.
Yeah. But if they're gonna be flashbacks, they're probably gonna like put some makeup or do some CGI in him because he does have aged a little bit.
Well,
You can tell.
they can fix that with makeup, dude, and
Yeah,
shit. Like
exactly.
you know they can. You know they
Exactly.
can. So
Because they wouldn't get him back unless they wanted to see his face. Because anyone can play Darth Vader. You could just put a helmet on a really tall guy.
and the voice, you don't even need James Earl Jones. You just fucking
Mhm.
make it on computer.
Yeah, you can just use a voiceover of a voice actor. You know.
Yeah.
No disrespect to
James Earl Jones, but you're just too
no
goddamn.
disrespect.
You're too goddamn expensive. You're too goddamn old. You probably can't even fucking walk. Look, we're not gonna haul you in here and pay you millions of dollars to fucking record a couple of fucking sentences. Then we can get some fucking amateur to just come in here and record. Okay, we're not. And that's not me talking. That's Disney.
No,
Okay, don't get mad. That's Disney.
Every single fucking corporation out there.
That's Disney. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Oh man. All right. It's going to be a good show. Moving on. Holy fucking shit. For a couple of weeks now, there's been rumors. We already found out that Lucas Films games exists and that they will no longer give EA the licenses to fucking make video games. Okay? And we know that Ubisoft is going to make an open world Star Wars game. We don't know what it's going to be like or what it's going to entail. But there have been rumors on the internet for the past fucking 2-3 weeks that Knights of the Old Republic, that there's going to be a remake and it's coming and it's something like that. Today, especially, the most fucking rumors started spreading. And the rumor is that there's a secret studio. It's not fucking BioWare, which was the original makers of Knights of the Old Republic. But there's some studio out there. And everybody's saying it was a remake from the ground up, kind of like the Final Fantasy VII remake. But today, now they're reporting that this is just a port. Now, for those of you that don't know, a port is basically, look, the difference between a port and a remake. A remake is like what Final Fantasy VII was. Final Fantasy VII was a fucking goddamn game where pixelized little creatures, and you played a game that was similar to Pokemon, where you choose things and the thing does it on its own. And you know what I mean? It looks shitty in the PlayStation 1.
So what's the
Hold on.
difference? Like, is it
Hang
a
on.
remake or a
Well,
remaster?
well, let me tell you. Hang on. Hang on. No, it's not a remaster. Look, a remake is Final Fantasy VII. It was fucking bullshit in the PlayStation 1, but we loved it because of the story. We loved it, and back then we thought it was a shit. That was the most amazing thing we ever saw compared to today's graphics. But they made the Final Fantasy VII remake for the PS4, and it's
Mm.
from the ground up because they're not gonna make a shitty game looking like this. So they make an amazing fucking game with new game mechanics, modern day game mechanics, and obviously it's not turn-based anymore. They kind of like fixed it around, but it doesn't matter. It's a complete remake. They remade
Mhm.
the game. It's the same story, sort of. It has a little twist for those of you who played Final Fantasy VII, but this video is not about that. But it is a remake. A fucking port or a remaster is the exact same game with the exact same gameplay and functionality, except with updated graphics. So
So it's not a remaster.
the rumor is that this is not a remake. They're not building this from the ground up with new mechanics, with new systems. Um, this is literally a fucking. They're taking the game itself because it's already a good game.
Yeah.
They're taking the game itself and they're just gonna use graphics from today. So
So
look
it's a
what
remaster.
yes. So what you're looking at down here is really the cinematic trailer. Back in the day when we were young, the cinematic trailers looked better than the actual game because they were using different software. They didn't have software that could make games that looked like this. They didn't. But they had software that could animate and make scenes like little movies like this, and that's what this is. The way the real game looked is a little bit like, wait, hang on, I'm sorry, this thing's taking too goddamn long. It's like this is the way the fucking game actually looked when you played the game. But it was such a good game, everybody loved it, and back then that was the best technology we've ever seen, so for us it was amazing. Anyways, this
And it
game.
you should mention that this is for a PC, by the way.
Yeah, this is
This is
for yeah,
not
this
a
is
proper
this is
console.
not console, this is not PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo. This was for PC, and it was a goddamn fucking amazing game. It was an
Yeah.
RPG, a
It
fucking
looks it doesn't look that bad. It
yeah.
looks good.
So you're gonna get this
But
supposedly. This is a rumor. You're gonna get this part one and part two of those games remastered with today's graphics. This is gonna be awesome.
yeah. Ah man, dude. That would be great on the Switch, man. I wouldn't mind those graphics on the Switch.
I wouldn't mind those games on the Switch because I want to play those games again. I really
Yeah.
do. I like, dude, the stories in these games are amazing. Just the story of Revan, the character Revan, Darth Revan. Oh my god, he is the greatest Jedi. He is the greatest Sith Lord that has ever lived. Like he is both. Like he is the one true person that has ever yielded both sides of the Force simultaneously and has never been consumed by the dark side. Rather, he chose to use the dark side to fucking finish the Mandalorian wars. He said,
To
"Dude,
advantage. Yeah.
we can't beat the Mandalorians by being fucking Jedi. I'm gonna embrace the dark side. It's not gonna consume me, but I'm gonna use the dark side of the Force, and I'm gonna fucking end this war. And it's because of Revan that there are no longer any Mandalorians, and they're just scattered as bounty hunters, a few of them around the galaxy. Revan destroyed the Mandalorian culture and the Mandalorian civilization. Revan is awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars, but I'm not as big of a nerd as you are. So I didn't know that.
He's not a Star Wars nerd because he's a fucking nerd. Trust me, he is.
Well, I'm not. I'm on level 2, and you're a level 5, I guess.
Fuck.
But I would love
What did I do with my lighter?
to see that and play that. That would be great, especially if it's a RPG. I love RPGs, man.
It is an RPG, and an RPG, for those of you who don't know, is a game that gives you freedom as far as like, it's an open world, but not only does it give you that kind of freedom, but it's a freedom that like you can go anywhere, and whoever you talk to, there's going to be choices as far as dialogue, and not only the dialogue, but like
You're
the
fully immersed into the story
yeah,
because
and
it
the
is not
dialogue.
so much about the action. It's about the story.
Depending what you
And
say, the characters respond in different ways, and the
Mhm.
story changes in different ways. So it's really cool, man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, and
hey,
just if for those of
I'm gonna
you,
definitely buy it if it comes out on the Switch.
me too. I mean, if this is real, if this port, and I hope it is a port because to me, it's already a perfect game. It's a perfect game. You just need better graphics.
Hmm.
Like everyone loved the game back then. It played perfect. You don't need to improve on the mechanics or nothing like that. You just need to make the graphics like the cinematic trailer. Which that's what we have. We have games that look like this trailer down here. That's what the games look like nowadays. And that's all they need to do. They need to make these old, updated graphics look brand new. And it's very easily. They do that all the time. They've done it to Zelda games. They can make this look fucking brand new, but it's the
Hmm.
same. It's the same goddamn game. It's like
And that's a
putting
lot of that's something that I see a lot nowadays. That like people love great graphics, and that's fine. That's great. But if the game is not good and the graphics are amazing, it doesn't make the game great. Like you have to make the fucking game
yeah.
great, and then think about the graphics.
And a good example of that is another one of EA's games, Anthem. The game looked amazing. For the first time ever, when I first saw the trailer, I thought I was going to get into my own personal fucking Iron Man suit and fly around a planet and discover all these things. And the game was just like, go to this point, defend that point for 5 minutes from all these creatures that all look the same, and then go to the next point and do the exact same fucking thing. And I was just like, dude, this game looks amazing, but it's shitty to play.
Hmm. Yeah, that's my beef with new consoles nowadays. I'm happy with my Switch. I'll get a new one when I see a really good game.
Yeah. I'll get a PS5 when there is a PS5 exclusive only that I fucking really want to play.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, I'm excited about these Star Wars games. Um, but I think we've rambled on for long enough. Tune in, like, subscribe, and you're gonna get a little bit of wisdom from this motherfucker down here.
I guess if you're deaf, just pull out your phone and put it there, because not everyone knows sign language.
Yeah. I'm like, if you're a fucking foreigner, like, don't be calling a fucking business in another country expecting someone to know what the fuck you're saying in your language. Like, do I go to fucking, I don't know, fucking Afghanistan and start talking over there in Mexican? Fuck no. I'm just saying. Let's not be fucking ignorant. Just pull out your Google. Just pull out your Google Translate, because say whatever you want and it'll translate it. It's not that hard, man. Come on. I'm sure fucking they have Google Translate in other countries. I'm just saying.
Peace.
Catch you next time. Cheers.